All right, I want to start this video off by giving all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, by Hashem, Yahushai, by Hashem, Rachak, Wadash. Double honors to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone. And shalom to the Lord's elect, starting with the 144,000. This is a Ratazah from the Great Millstone GMS Atlanta camp with another video. All right, and this video is going to be titled, if I'm not mistaken, I think I had it as the chipping stations will reveal who the false Israelite groups are. Something along those lines. I don't ever have the title, definite at first, but something along those lines as far as, dealing with the topic of the MOTB or the mark of the beast. All right. And this video was inspired by the video that you see on your screen currently. All right. From Apostle Elder Tahar. The channel that he's on currently is Elders in Transit 3. And the title of this video is "This is Why We Keep Doing Videos on This Subject." All right. And Apostle Tahar was responding to I guess a live class from the IUIC, as you see there, and one of their elders or bishops. I want to say his name is Yawasop. You see him sitting there at the podium. All right, this particular portion of the video, he was going into the mark of the beast breakdown, and of course, as they teach that the mark of the beast, or the MOTB as we call it, is something spiritual, is talking about sin. The mark is having sin in your mind, and then having it in your hand, meaning you're doing the sin. Look, man, we come into the time where, as I titled the video, once Esau establishes those chipping stations, all right, when we actually see this thing roll out on a full scale, we see the legislation get passed, when we see these things get pushed to the forefront, and Esau has set up, as I mentioned, these chipping stations, that's going to reveal who the real prophets are. That's going to expose these phony groups that was bucking up against the teaching or the understanding that the MOTB is the implantable C-hip. All right. And, that's just what it is, man. That's going to expose a lot. All right. Well, it's going to expose everything. It's going to expose who's telling the truth and who is out here teaching the people false doctrines. All right, because at that point it's not going to be no game playing. All right, and the apostles and elders and brothers always go into that. Once all hell break loose, when shit hits the fan, so to speak, and you're faced with that pressure, like the apostles say, that's when immediately Jacob's gonna start thinking of Great Millstone. All right, and as the apostle titled this video, that's why we keep doing videos on this subject. All right, to basically warn you, Jakes, of what's to come, man. All right, which is what a prophet's supposed to do. A prophet's supposed to warn the people of impending doom, and you're supposed to have a level of foresight to see ahead of what's to come. But these guys can't see it for whatever reason, man. It's either one or two things, or a combination of both. Either they are being paid to purposely teach that the MOTB is something else other than what it is, or they stupid as hell. And they can't see something that is so easy and so simple. Clearly, the scriptures tell you that, all right, to be able to buy or sell in a coming future, you're not going to be able to buy or sell unless you have something physical pricked in your body. All right. That's what the mark is talking about. It's not talking about no goddamn sin. It's not talking about no Christianity. It ain't got nothing to do with no goddamn white Jesus, man. That's a played out, put in simple terms, this is a played out breakdown. All right. And that's why these dudes, for the most part, they avoid going into the Greek and the Hebrew and all that. They avoid going into the original languages and texts, because that totally exposes them. Ain't no way in hell you go into the Greek and get sin out of that, man. It's a physical device that this man's going to implement. But we're going to see. All right, when the Lord allowed Esau to establish these shipping terminals or booths or whatever you want to call them, after that, it's a wrap, man. All this game playing and the shucking and jiving and the playing around, that's going to stop. All right. So I just want to get a couple of scriptures. All right, let's start here in the book of Titus. All right, this is Titus 1 and get to the point, verse 10. As a matter of fact, I started at verse 8, Slakia. There's Titus 1 and 8. It says, but a lover of hospitality, a lover of good men, sober, just, holy, temperate, holding fast the faithful word as he have been taught. And I believe this is going into the office of a bishop, right? which is spiritual, because that's what he's supposed to be, right? Bishop Yawasop. All right. Well, let's see here. Verse 9, it says, holding fast the faithful word as he have been taught, that he may be able by sound doctrine both to exhort and to convince the gainsayer. All right. And what the IUIC is over there teaching, that's not sound doctrine, man. Sound doctrine means to be whole. As you read there in the NLT on the right column, it says wholesome teaching. To teach that the MOTB is sin and that the image of the beast is white Jesus. That's not sound doctrine, man. All right, that's GMO doctrine. All right, and he's not helping nobody teaching that. He's only bringing them down. All right, he's going to lead them down the path of, down the path of judgment. All right, and we'll get that also in just a second. Ezekiel the 33rd chapter. It says, verse 10. It says, for there are many unruly and vain talkers and deceivers, especially they of the circumcision, right? Jake, that's supposedly in the truth. All right. They're what? They're unruly and vain talkers and deceivers. All right. They are deceiving you, Israelites, by teaching you anything other than what the truth is, man, especially when it comes to the MOTB, by telling you that the mark of the beast is sin. All right. No, man. The mark of the beast, or the MOTB, is the implantable chip. All right. And it says what? Verse 11, whose mouths must be stopped. All right. These men don't need microphones. They don't need YouTube channels and pages, man. They don't need to say nothing. Okay. It says what? Who subvert whole houses, teaching things which they ought not, for filthy lucre's sake. See that? They teach things they ought not. And them teaching that the MOTB is sin is just one of many things that they teach that they ain't supposed to be teaching, man. All right? This is for filthy lucre's sake. All right? For gain, for money, for followers. Because you go to that word lucre, it just means gain. Not necessarily doesn't mean money, but any type of advantage or a gain that they think that they can obtain or get. That's what they're gonna teach. All right. So bottom line is their mouths gonna be stopping. How about Shimei Shai? It's gonna stop their mouth. All right, their mouths gonna be stopped. All right, when they start seeing the chipping terminals set up in their local neighborhood. They ain't gonna have nothing to say. Okay. Now let's go from there to what was that? Yeah, Ezekiel 33. I believe it is. All right, this is Ezekiel 33. And start at the top. verse 1, this is again the word of the Lord, Yahweh Shem Yahushua came unto me, saying, Son of man, speak to the children of thy people, okay, which is the Israelites, and say unto them, when I bring the sword upon a land, if the people of the land take a man of their coast and set him for their watchman, if he seeth the sword come upon the land, he blow the trumpet and warn the people. See that? So the watchmen have been established. Okay, as it says in Isaiah the 62nd chapter, if I'm not mistaken. So I've set watchmen upon your walls, O Jerusalem, which shall never hold their peace, day nor night. We are those watchmen. All right, the men of great millstone, beginning with the apostles on down. All right, we're the ones that's watching over the nation of Israel, starting with the elect. As Apostle Tara said in his title in that video. This is why we keep doing videos on this subject, amongst other things. All right, whether it be the coming martial law that's going to come to America, World War III, the famine, hell, even the salvation. We prophesy about all these things. All right, as a watchman is supposed to do, and the reason why he's set on a tower, or he's set in a high position, is to be able to see ahead of the danger to come, man. And one of those dangers is the MOTB. All right, verse 3. It says, if when he seeth the sword come upon the land, he blow the trumpet and warn the people. Right, as I just read. So this is us blowing the trumpet, man, going out to the highways and byways to teach the word of the Lord, and by doing these videos. And then it says, verse 4, then whosoever heareth the sound of the trumpet and taketh not warning, if the sword come and take him away, his blood shall be upon his own head. So in this instance, the sword would be the MOTB. All right. So if we're telling you not to take the MOTB because we're telling you not to take the C hit because that's the mark of the beast on the MOTB. If you go ahead and take it anyway, that's on you, or that's on that person. All right, we basically did our job. All right, verse 5. It says, he heard the sound of the trumpet and took not warning. His blood shall be upon him. See that? Yeah. So you might have watched Great Millstone videos about the mark of the beast, knowing good and well not to take it, but you went ahead and did it anyway. That's on that person. All right. It says, but he that taketh warning shall deliver his soul. See that? It says, but verse 6. Now, verse 6 right here applies to these dudes, right? The IUIC, the ISUPK, and all these other guys that don't teach the truth about the mark of the beast. It says, verse 6, but if the watchman see the sword come and blow not the trumpet, and the people be not warned, meaning what? Yeah, you're telling them that the MOTB is sin. You're telling them the MOTB is sleeping with white girls and all type of stupid breakdowns, man. It says, if the sword come and take any person from among them, he is taken away in his iniquity, but his blood will I require at the watchman's hands. See, that's the right there. That's the point. So they got a lot of blood on their hands, man, and they got a large congregation. It's probably thousands. It's probably over thousands of members. Thousands, including men, women, and all that. Children, and they going around teaching that, man. They got a lot of blood on their hands, and a lot of Israelites is going to take the MOTB because they listening to these guys, man. See? So yeah, they got a lot of blood on their hands. It says, so thou, verse 7, so thou, son of man, I have set thee a watchman unto the house of Israel. Therefore thou shalt hear the word at my mouth and warn them from me. See that? And those watchmen, again, like I mentioned earlier, It's the men here at Great Millstone that's warning you about the pending doom, man. And a part of that is this chip that this man wants to enforce on the world, man. So in Revelation 13th chapter. All right, let's get one more. Let's get Isaiah, I believe it's the 56th chapter. In the 10th verse. All right, and it says, all right, Isaiah 56:10, it says, his watchmen are blind, right? We just read about the watchmen being established and set up. But the watchmen of Yahweh Shem Yahushai, these quote unquote leaders of the people, as it says in other translation there, they blind, man. They can't see. They can't they can't see plainly that this man is, trying to establish this. He's trying to establish his new world order agenda. He's trying to essentially force you to pledge your allegiance to the beast system. But these dudes cannot see it, man. They blind. All right. His watchmen are blind. They are all ignorant. Where ignorant means to not know. They don't know what the hell's going on. It says they are all dumb dogs. They cannot bark, sleeping, lying down, loving to slumber. These niggas is asleep. All right. And we're like, the prophets are basically spiritual guard dogs. All right. We're protecting the house. And if there's an intruder or there's any danger lurking in the area, or lurking anywhere near the house, in the vicinity, the dog's supposed to bark to alert the owner or the master, so you can catch the intruder and handle his business. But these niggas ain't doing that. They sitting there. Here it is. The intruder is breaking in the house, stealing you got the damn ski mask on. He's stealing all the items in the house. And this stupid ass dog is sitting there just looking, not doing nothing. That's the IUIC. All right. You see this man, you see this guy, Elon Musk, doing test trials for the brain thing. Damn near every month. All right. You basically seeing the world go cashless. And these niggas can't put two and two together. See? That's the example of them being dumb dogs that's not barking. See that? Yeah. That was the main point. So yeah, these dudes are dumb dogs, man. They blind, they can't see, and they can't speak. All right. Why? Because they're not warning you of the things to come. All right. So yeah, I just wanted to do a quick response video to this. All right, Apostle Tahar's video. Yeah, man. When stuff starts going down, and we start seeing this thing pushed on a mass scale, these Israelite groups is going to be looking funny in the light, man. They're going to start, people going to start looking at them like phonies. Like, GMS was right. The Great Millstone was right. The apostles, like, yo, that motherfucker, And then it's going to be over after that, man. So, yeah, man, with that, all right, Lord willing, you was edified. Giving our praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushai, Ba'ashem Rachak Wadash. And Lord willingly, to the next video, I'm going to say Shalom.